afternoon. We begin this Tuesday with these beautiful bridal fashions from some local designers. So many brides doing shopping these days because of all the engagements over the holidays. So we thought it'd be fun to catch up with these two women behind Grace Marier Originals, Amy Sim, Wendy Matthews joining us on the couch. And you have some wonderful designs that you create original. And then you have some designs that, Amy, you're reimagining.
Yes.
From a mother's wedding dress.
Yes, we do custom bridal designs, so each one of our dresses is one of a kind, exclusive to the bride. We collaborate with the bride, look at what she wants, her style, bring all that in, either make her completely brand new dress, but one of our specialties is reimagining dresses, where it might be the mother's dress or the grandmother's dress, using bits and pieces of it, or
I love that idea.
Because a lot of brides
Yeah, I love that
don't
idea.
necessarily want to wear mom's dress, but they do want to have it incorporated. So
yeah, we don't just alter an old dress to fit a bride. We completely redo it.
But to do so, you're kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say destroying the old dress, but you are taking the fabric and applying it into a new dress.
The word is deconstructing.
such a guy, such a guy.
What kind of challenges do you have, Wendy, in doing this?
Well, trying to make it really modern, fit the personality of the bride, and not getting the vision, you know, to where we're not redoing your mom's dress. You're not wearing your mom's dress. You're not wearing your grandma's dress. It's going to be a completely new modern dress, but it will have all of the sentiment because all of her materials have been incorporated into that dress.
Well, let's meet our first model, Madeline. Amy, this was a special dress for you to design because she's your daughter-in-law.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Madeline
That's
is
exciting.
married to my son, Garrett, and their wedding was July 4th, 2015. And what we did is we took Madeline's mother's dress from 1987 used all of the lace, and we took the beading motifs off it and made a dress that is Madeline's personality. She absolutely loved it. It's completely different than her mother's dress, and so special to have.
And the intricate beading.
Wow, yeah.
Yes.
And then, this is really adorable, you took your dress, Amy,
Right.
and made her this design for the rehearsal dinner.
Yes, this was all the fabric, the trim, the beading was all from my dress from 1983 with
Which there was plenty of it, right?
Yes, plenty of it. I was cutting it apart when my husband walked in the studio and was like, "What are you doing?" It's been in a box. It's been in a box.
So being the man, may I ask, can it be a cost advantage to redo the old dress into a new one?
It slightly.
Okay.
It can, depending on how much of the fabric we use. Obviously, lace can be very expensive. And the fabrics we use, we always use very fine quality fabrics. We use silks, natural fibers. Most of the laces and things we order from New York or overseas. And so the fabrics we use are definitely luxury fabrics.
Yeah.
Wendy, what are some of the challenges when you're taking a decades-old dress and trying to keep it modern?
Well, I guess.
Or is it not that difficult?
It's not really that difficult because really we're designing a whole new dress, and we're basically just using the fabrics over again. So having enough fabric, having enough fabric in the right places, what trims, finding additional fabrics to complement what's already there, really, I think.
I guess you're just hoping you don't get a really frilly 80s dress where you look at the fabric and you're like, well,
you know,
what can I do?
Yeah, actually, Madeline's mom's dress was pretty frilly 80s, but that was actually a good thing.
And it worked.
Yeah.
So tell us about our next model, Chevalier. This is a very sleek design.
This is a sleek design that we designed for a bridal show that we did in the fall. We did a collection for this show. And this is made out of silk wool, which is just molds amazing to the body. And
it has some modern touches in the front, but Chevalier, if you'll turn around, the multiple buttons down the back look very old style to me.
Yeah, and that's really a popular trend in bridal today, as well as it was in before. So this is a whole new dress, so this is not a redo. And but yeah, the buttons down the back, especially when you have a plain non-lace dress like this, that's really showcasing the fabric. Those buttons really are a nice detail.
And the veil is beautiful. It's got little crystals
The
in it.
veil
that
has
just kind of
crystals.
add
Those are
bling.
Swarovski all over that.
Do you
There's
do
about-
the veils as well?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So I love your story. Two friends who started doing this together, and I asked Amy, where'd you come up with the name Grace Marier? And you said, well, we didn't want to call it Wendy and Amy.
Yeah, there's no good combination of Amy Beth and Wendy Jane that sounds good at all.
So who is Grace?
Grace Kelly.
Grace Kelly.
We love.
We both of us, just like you know, Rear Window, one of my favorite movies, and the fashion that she always portrayed, and the classiness,
Iconic.
and
Yeah.
just.
And the Marier?
Is the French word for married or weddings, and so she was in Monaco, spoke French, and so we thought, hey, that sounds really classy. So, there you go, Grace Marier.
Two friends getting
Grace
together
Marier
over a
born.
bottle of wine.
Yes,
There you go, right?
Or a couple.
And a name is born.
I gotta say, being the guy here, the work is stunning.
Yeah.
And
Thank
the
you.
idea of taking family tradition and making it new again is just breathtaking in itself.
Yeah, some of the old fabrics are the best.
Yeah.
They're such good quality.
One final thing that you do, which is absolutely adorable, is you create flower girl dresses.
Yes, yes.
Now, are these reimagined?
We have done them where we've used, there's one dress, for example, that we used the bodice of her dress was all made from her grandmother's dress. And then
This one
Wendy
had the monster
is
train that you're looking at right now.
yeah. And then the other one, that train is detachable. And that flower girl just loved her role. You can see her just throwing the petals all over. And so that was really special. And then the bride's dress, we used the same lace from the bride's dress on the bodice of the flower girl dress.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm just curious for brides who maybe got engaged over the holidays, or if they have a wedding upcoming. I mean, when do they typically bring in a dress to you to where you can have it done in time for a summer wedding?
6 months is great, but we can, depending on our calendar, because it's the two of us.
Yeah.
We're in the studio, we're designing, patterning, cutting, sewing, everything. If we can squeeze it in, we've done a dress in a month. So just
You
depends
all
on
did
our
early.
schedule.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's happened.
Yeah, we
too.
have.
Ladies, thanks so much for coming by and
Thank you.
sharing your
Thank you so
beautiful
much.
designs. If you'd like to learn more, their website is gracemarier.com.